February 9th, 2025. It's a Sunday. It's 1:30 p.m. I'm driving down West Town Street in Norwich, Connecticut. It snowed yesterday, last night. I think we got maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches, let's put it that way. I'm guessing. It was supposed to be more. I think they were saying 4 to 8 inches, 6 to 9 inches. Different models showed different accumulation totals, but I think, 3.5 inches, maybe 4 inches at my house in Norwich. I'm on Clinton Avenue right now. I'm just going to take a drive around because it snowed and, just get a gander at what things look like. We don't get tons of snow these past several years, and this is everything is covered with snow, so it's visually something I kind of want to grab right now. Because it's so rare. I mean, we had a storm, minor snowstorm, a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely minimal accumulation. I'm going to let this guy go into this bridge. This is kind of a tight spot on Warwick Street under that bridge. If you have oncoming traffic and it happens to be a big truck, it's a little narrow getting through that very old, I would call it a little train bridge. Now I'm on Atrabando Avenue. I'm just going to do a random kind of a look around Norwich. And I got to be kind of careful driving. I've mentioned this in other videos where it's kind of, the snow is melting a little bit and the camera can get splattered with water particles, and it really messes up the video big time. I've had to, on occasion, scrap the project, but hopefully, if I'm super careful, we can avoid that as we drive down Atrabando Avenue in Norwich, Connecticut. As you can see, snow on both sides. As always, Norwich has a reputation and a history of doing a meticulous job plowing the roads. They always have. But I mean, look at this thing. This is like, I'm driving. I mean, this is flawless, okay? Those folks always do a good job. They just do. You don't even think about it. That's how good they are. I'm going to have a couple of cars in front of me, and I'm going to drive real slow, like I said. All right, this guy's turning to my left. He didn't use his signal, but real slow. In an effort to avoid, let me take a left here, in an effort to avoid my camera getting trashed. So far, so good. Beautiful clouds after the storm. Again, visually, that's what I'm doing here right now. Try to pick up on the visuals. And I'm going to cruise real slow. I'm sure people behind me will be less than thrilled, but I'm basically doing the speed limit. As an ambulance drives up Harlan Road. Look at this. Go right by Bacchus Hospital. Oh yeah, this is picturesque New England. Small New England town. Snow-covered roofs. This is what I'm after. And hopefully my camera doesn't freeze up or whatever. It's, you know, it's cold out here, especially this thing is exposed to the elements, my camera that is recording this video right now. It's outside on the center front hood portion of my car, magnetically attached. If anybody is ever interested in how exactly I do it, leave me a comment and I'll give you a full explanation. I should probably do a tutorial on it someday. As we drive down Washington Street. And we just took a little left and we're on Broadway right now. Chelsea Parade to my right, NFA to my left, Park Congregational Church, that big steeple. Wow, there's snow sticking to that. That's pretty cool. This is nice right here. Broadway, one of my personal favorite streets in Norwich because the basically mansions on Broadway are outrageously beautiful. St. Patrick's Cathedral on my left. So far I think I'm avoiding any splattering issues. I can tell by looking at my windshield. The sun is starting to come out a little bit, which is not my preferred filming ambiance. Let's put it that way. I prefer completely overcast so I don't get any harsh shadows. But there's nothing I can do about controlling the weather. I haven't figured that one out yet. As I drive down Union Street towards the heart of the city in Norwich. As I take my time and slowly... That's a steep hill back there, Union Street. Some really beautiful homes on Union Street as well. All right, this is where I gotta really look out for that splattering effect. Billy Wilson's directly to our left. I am now heading towards the Shannon building. Directly in front of us is the Shannon building. You know, guys, I'm here. You know that rotary, that roundabout? I say it every time if I'm anywhere near it. I gotta drive around it just to make myself feel better. Nobody knows. We got blinking lights. Nobody knows. Should I go? Should I not go? It's kind of a dice roll. All right, there it is. There's the roundabout. This could be my first, significant, 4 inches of snow featuring the roundabout. I got to do a complete circle around this thing. I can't not do it. I mean, there we go. We're doing it. It's what we call full circle. Otis Library to my right. Again, it's Sunday, so that's closed. And we got a red light. I am just going to, let's face it, I can do anything I want. I can drive anywhere I want. I can cruise around and take a look at the beautiful after effects of this minor snowstorm that we had. So I'm on Main Street now. I'm going to take a left. A green light, but I got to be real careful. Okay. Burnham Square, that's where we are right now. All right, now, we just got off Main Street. And we are currently on North Main Street. As the sun becomes brighter and brighter as the day goes on here. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna wing it. Let's go up Roth Street. If I stick to the less traveled roads, I think I can see some real cool sights. Like right in front of us, all that snow, left and right, on the roofs and everything. To me, that looks beautiful. You got to get this post-snowstorm visual effect very quickly after it snows, because a day or two in and things just don't look as good. Roth Street. If I took a right, that would be Boswell. If I took a left, yeah, you know what? Let me take a left down Boswell. As we cruise down the hill, Lake Street to my right. All right, this should be kind of a panoramic view. Beautiful clouds and dramatic old factory. Empty old factory in Norwich, backlit by those beautiful clouds. All right, let's I'm gonna think this through. Okay, off Boswell, we are now on, I believe, Delia's Bakery and Grinder Shop to my left. We are now on Franklin Street. Franklin Street morphs into McKinley Avenue, which we are currently on. As we absorb visual content for this drive around Norwich, Connecticut, post minor snowstorm. Could have been much worse. More beautiful homes on McKinley Avenue. Should I go left? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to decide. Off McKinley Avenue puts me onto, I think this is Rockwell. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Rockwell Street. Crescent Street if I took a right. You know what? Let me take a right and get a look at NFA real quick. You can see Slater Memorial Tower in the distance there. I'm just going to pull around. Anyways, that's NFA. NFA and Slater Memorial Museum post-snowstorm. This is a nice area. I go for walks. My wife and I go for walks around here all the time. Get some serious speed bumps here. I'm going to do a drive around on this speed bump. Okay, let's keep our eyes open here. Park Congregational Church directly in front of me. Big sign on the side of this church that says, "Be the Church." All right. Back onto Rockwell very briefly. And over to Broadway again, but not for long. Again, Broadway is one of my favorite streets in Norwich because of its off-the-charts beautiful architecture. Park Congregational Church, again, different angle. They're working on it. I think they're putting a new roof on Park Congregational Church. That's great. Left here, Chelsea Parade directly in front of us and to our right. Side of the Rose Arts Festival. They do that every summer, and it's a blast. Currently sitting at a red light. And there we go. Directly ahead of us, to the left, ever so slightly, that open field there, there's monuments in there. That used to be the site of the Masonic Temple in Norwich, an absolutely beautiful theater building. They tore it down. I don't know who they are, but man, I tell you, I kind of wish they didn't do it, but not much I can do about that right now. It's gone forever, but that was another one of my favorite buildings. As we drive down Sachem Street, gentleman snow blowing his sidewalk to the right. I'm going to take a left on Lafayette Street. Well, we just experienced some technical difficulties on Asylum Street. That's I believe that's where the camera died. The battery is fine. My guess is, I mean, this is an older camera. I've been using this, all of my videos, driving videos that I've ever done, with the exception of maybe one, I think, were done with this older camera. It shoots in 4K, super high resolution video. But it's probably, I mean, it's getting up there in years. It's either the camera freezing, potentially, or the memory card, which is brand new and properly formatted and everything else. I'm not going to get into the technicals because some people don't care and won't have any idea what I'm talking about. But anyways, that's a quick explanation of why the camera died, and the film is spliced together as I drive down Asylum Street and resume the tour of this snow event in Norwich, which kind of looks nice. To the right is the dog park on Asylum Street. Very popular. There's a lot of people there now, which is kind of cool. On my right up here, Asylum Street Pizza. They've been there for many, I would say decades, many years. As long as I can remember, the food is really good. Has to be. They've been in business that long, obviously. It's excellent. I am not 100% sure where that camera died. I have kind of a visual reference that I glance at the back of the camera, and there's a little blinking light. So I'm not positive. So I'm going to go over the Sherman Street Bridge again. I went over it earlier, but not 100% sure I got it. And longtime followers of this channel know that I love the Sherman Street Bridge. I covered every inch of it when it was demolished and a new one was built, which I am driving over right now. It's probably my favorite bridge in Norwich. Why? Because I covered every inch of the thing for 3 years. Tons of video on my YouTube channel if you want to check out the ins and outs of the Sherman Street Bridge over the past several years. I'm on Sherman Street, but it's going to morph into Lafayette Street right now. Now I'm on Lafayette Street. And straight ahead of us down the road here is Bacchus Hospital. Yannick Cemetery to my left. I've done videos on that. Highly recommend you check it out if you're into that, Victorian era cemetery vibe, because it's there. I mean, it's if that's kind of maybe a hobby of yours or a strong interest in Victorian era cemeteries, then that's the ultimate right there. It's massive. I mean, plan on staying for a few hours. So I drive down Lafayette Street, and I'm going to take a left. I'll go up Harlan Road a little bit. Let me go up to Mahan Drive area, kind of check out Norwich Tech and Kelly Middle School and kind of the area up there. Let's take a look as we patiently wait for this red light to turn green, which it did. Johnson's Flower Shop in front of us is closed. My understanding is the building's been sold, or the business has been sold, and it's going to be a flower shop again in the future, I believe, according to things that you hear around town. So I'm going to believe that. All right. You can take a right turn on red. So now I'm on Harlan Road. This is Harlan Road, perfectly plowed again. By the city workers in Norwich, Connecticut. Two o'clock, 2 p.m. right now. So, I'm going to take a right at that light up ahead. That'll put me on Ox Hill Road. And Norwich Regional Technical School is up there. Used to be Mohegan Community College, but it was completely rehabilitated from top to bottom and is now Norwich Tech. If you want to go to high school and learn a trade, carpentry, electrical, plumbing, air conditioning and refrigeration, many, 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 many others, that's the school you want to go to. You'll walk out of that place, you'll be able to get a job in 5 minutes, a good job. Okay, I'm going to turn right onto Mahan Drive. There it is, Mahan Drive. So, you know what? Let me dip into Norwich Tech real quick here. I talked about it. All right, there's the sign right there. State of Connecticut Norwich Technical High School. It used to be called Norwich Regional Vocational Technical High School. Too many words, so they pared it down a little bit. They got a nice gazebo there. You can sit there and have lunch or something. Or do not enter. Well, guess what? I'm not going to enter. Let me swing around. We got a decent look at the school. It's worth looking at. Right there, Norwich Tech. A lot of people looking at this video right now saying, wow, I went to college there when it was Mohegan. There is a skateboard park to my left. I don't know if you can see it. Right in front of us right now is pickleball court. Brand new, beautiful court. And Rose City Senior Center to my left. Absolutely beautiful senior center. Meticulous maintenance of that place. It's flawless. To the right is Kelly Middle School. It used to be called Kelly Junior High when I went there, but now it's Kelly Middle School. To the left is a track, quarter-mile track. It's a beautiful track. Here's a quick drive through the Kelly Middle School parking area. They still have that same front, those rounded, that little roof area in front of the front door. Kelly Steam Magnet, it says, school. That was there when I went here, that rounded kind of overhead rain protecting roof. Yeah, this is Bob Spain basketball court to my left. Wow, they've plowed this thing out. I'm going to go. This is a brand new parking lot. This used to be dirt. They put a new one on last year, brand new parking lot. I mean, a lot of money went into this because this was really excavated. And directly in front of us is a brand new tennis court. Absolutely beautiful. It used to be clay courts. Now it's conventional. Rec field, or is now called Dickenman Field, baseball, right over there. As I whip around this parking lot. And Mohegan Park is to my right. Wow, there's a guy playing basketball out there in the snow. That's cool. I'm going to drive down Mahan Drive. Camera seems to be holding steady. And I'm going to take a right and quickly take a look at Mohegan Park just for the snow. I did this in my last video. Hopefully I'm not being redundant here, but it is a different day and a lot more snow than we had last time. So let's check it out. And this is one of the more scenic areas. I'll point it out when I get to it. This is kind of a windy road. It'll be snow-covered trees, and just, you're going to have to trust me on this one. This is Ox Hill Road still. All right, speed limit 15. It gets a little windy, so okay, let's see. The really, really cool visuals are right about starting here. I think if I go around this little left curve, it's going to look real nice. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's nice. Right there, that kind of windy road with the snow in the background. There's a disc golf course up there. Absolutely beautiful. Mint condition. It's not that, it's perfectly maintained. It's beautiful. If you're into disc golf, do not miss that course. I'm not kidding. You gotta check it out. Even if you're not into disc golf, just walking around the beautiful woods, the wooded area back there it's gorgeous. All right, we're on Wilderness Road. This little Wilderness Road kind of makes sense because I feel like we're out in the wilderness. We'll take a quick cruise. We're going to get out of the Mohegan Park area, but we had to do something like right there. There's another one of those, windy road, very optically appealing. Works of natural art provided by nature itself. Okay, straight ahead you see that big white, covering or just expansive white floor. That's Spalding Pond. Let me see, there's no cars coming either way. So yeah, right there, that's a pretty good look at a froze over, snowed upon Spalding Pond. Here's another cool area for visuals, like right here. Snow-covered pine trees and hemlock trees and variety of other trees on a windy Mohegan Park Road in Norwich. Mohegan Park, one of the gemstones of New York, Norwich. Mohegan Park, one of the gemstones of Norwich, Connecticut. It's glorious. You can come down, walk around the Spalding Pond. There's plenty of places for kids to play on. They have multiple playgrounds, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can fish down there. If you've never been to Mohegan Park and you're anywhere near Norwich, Connecticut, you really missed something. Let's continue. Let's get some more of these visuals in here. This camera's still rocking, so let's go. There are many gemstones in Norwich, but Mohegan Park is one of its top. Some would argue it's top gemstone of the list of really cool things to see in Norwich. Many would argue that. Here's another. Look at that windy road down there. Oh man, I hope this camera's doing it justice. Because right now, for me personally, the visuals are beautiful. Okay, Wilderness Road. I'm going to take a right onto Mohegan Park Road. I hope you guys are getting the effect here. I mean, I know it's only video. If you were here IRL, you'd really be enjoying yourself. What does IRL mean? I just found out myself. I heard the term used quite a bit. It means in real life. They use the term IRL in real life, which means in real life, because so many people are on digital devices, like let's say a dating app. People communicate back and forth, and they say, you know, I'm communicating with this person I might want to go out on a date with, or you know, whatever. And when they actually meet physically, you know, together in a restaurant or, you know, wherever they go, that's IRL, in real life. So one is digital, Instagram or, you know, Facebook, whatever people communicate with, is the digital world of communication. Then there's IRL, in real life. If you didn't know that, welcome to the club, because I just found out. I'm going to take a right on Rockwell Street. I mean, I went up a little bit of Rockwell earlier, but going down Rockwell is kind of a nice... the Rose Garden is to my right up there. You probably can't really get too good of a look at it, but it is there. Speed limit on Rockwell Street is 25 miles per hour. Some very prominent people. Mrs. Elzen, Geraldine Elzen, used to live in a house back there to the left. I mean, it's a gorgeous home. There's no question about it. And she was a photographer that took pictures of portraits of, you know, school, NFA. Well, I don't know about NFA. Every school that I ever went to, Stanton, you know, Kelly Junior High, Mahan, you know, all the schools in Norwich. Geraldine Elzen, photographer, master photographer, took our portraits. Every student, every teacher. Okay? She's done other work besides that. But her portfolio of portraits is absolutely legendary. Everybody, for decades, had portraits from Mrs. Elzen. We were lucky to have her. And this is, you know, this is pre-digital. This is back in the film days. Not easy. You get, you know, a very quick time frame per child, and you got to nail it. And she did. Every single time. I'm on Broad Street. I'm going to take a left right now onto Washington. Carefully cruising along. on the post-snowstorm Norwich, Connecticut. Dr. Cassidy's former residence to the right on the corner of Maple Grove and Washington Street. Christ Episcopal Church to my right. Unfortunately, that is no longer operational as a church. Gotta keep my distance from this vehicle in front of me so I can avoid the splattering of particles on my lens. We're going to get a real good look at the Norwich Fire Department in a moment here. Right now, there's the Norwich Fire Department. I'm going real slow so you can see it. Right there. I'm on North Thames Street, and I'm going to go on to eventually West Thames Street. The bridge, if I took a left, that's the Benjamin Demond Memorial Bridge. I'm reading off a sign there. Off in the distance to my left, you probably can't see it, is Laurel Hill, beautiful mansions up there. To my right is American Ambulance, West Main Street. The cars going from right to left in front of us right now are driving down West Main Street. This red light is one of the longer lights in Norwich. And rightly so. West Main Street heads directly into the heart of the city. So, I mean, it's a Sunday. Traffic is lighter than normal. But during the week, there's quite a lot of action with regards to traffic on West Main Street. Got a guy right behind me. He's not going to be too thrilled with how slow I'm going to drive. But that's just the way it is. Norwich Police Department to my left. The Thames River is to my left. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, maybe right there to the left you can see the Thames River. There it is. Slowly cruising up West Thames Street. Looking at what the snow did currently to this area of town. More beautiful homes left and right on West Thames Street. Norwich is filled with tons of historic architecture. Engine number 6 pizza to my right. It's in an old, it used to be a fire engine in there. They've been in business for a long time. which tells me their food is really, really good. If it isn't, if you start a restaurant and it's really pumping out food that's really, really mediocre, let's say, you're not going to stay in business very long, obviously. Engine number 6 is putting out a product that people absolutely love. That place has been in business, I don't know how, 20 years, I've no idea, but a long, long time. They produce excellent food in that place. Takeout, pizza, grinders, whole list. Just like Asylum Street Pizza, these businesses have been in Norwich for many, many decades. Wow. Guy's got himself quite a rig there. He's plowing driveways and sidewalks. I'm on Dunham Street right now. I'm going to take a ride up Elizabeth Street for a second. Take a look at St. Peter and Paul's Church, just very briefly. Very, very briefly, if I can get in. St. Peter and Paul's Church sometimes has that parking lot kind of blocked off with a chain, so. Let me see. Can I get in there? Nope. Not only is it blocked off, but it's not even plowed. Wow. Well, part of it. Okay, most of St. Peter and Paul's. By the way, St. Peter and Paul's Church to the left. No cars coming. I'm going to swing the camera over a little bit so you can get a look at it. Hopefully it's in frame in the snow. Yeah, most of their parking lot is plowed. There's one little section at the end that isn't. Not the end of the world. I'm going to take a left down Osgood Street. I got to work my way back home, guys. Osgood's a very steep hill. Years ago, people tell me that, this is not, I never did it, but people used to slide down this thing. And they also slid down the big hills over there at St. Peter and Paul's Church. Lamparelli's barbershop for guys around in the 60s, 70s, 50s, whatever, 80s, to the left. Now it's a new barbershop. I think it's called Garage Barbershop, but it used to be Lamparelli's. Westgate Plaza in front of us. I'm going to take a left and I got to start, like I said, I got to start making my way back home. As we sit at a red light. Currently 2:23 p.m. If I didn't have that one, camera failure or whatever it was, we don't know. Well, we know it wasn't the battery. We've established that, but whatever it was, we would have been better off. But don't worry, I'm going to patch things together. You're watching it now, so I did patch things together. Let's go up. I think this is Maple Street, but it's going to push right into Pine Street. Yeah. If I went right back there, that Maple would have continued. So this is Pine. The freshly paved, nice neighborhood, Pine Street. There's a lot of really cool little homes on, well, not little, they're all different sizes on Pine Street. I always liked Pine Street. It was one of the first houses I could have bought. It was like $45,000 many, many years ago. Little tiny little house. Somebody grabbed it before I had a chance, but I always liked Pine Street. I really have. East Great Plains Fire Department to our left. We can't see it. Maybe you got a glimpse, but there's big arborvitaes there, hedges or whatever. So that kind of... All right, let me take a right onto... coming off of Pine and jumping onto New London Turnpike. The sun has receded behind the clouds once again, which I personally am happy about that. It's much better for filming. All Friends Animal Hospital to our right. Veterinarians in there. I'm going to quickly, if it's plowed, I'm going to have to glance very, very quickly here to see if it's plowed. Take a look at Stanton Elementary School. Yep, it's plowed. I have a comprehensive video where I walk around right there, Stanton School. There's a big project where this school is either going to be demolished and replaced or completely rehabbed from top to bottom. Whatever it is, I'm not sure of the details. That school right in front of you, John B. Stanton School, which I went to, is in for big, big changes. Again, I have a comprehensive walk around the school. It's on my YouTube channel right now if you're into it. I think you should check it out. I mean, if you have no interest in that, then I definitely wouldn't check it out. But if you have any hint of curiosity about John B. Stanton School, you got to look at it. See that wall right there? Man, a lot of famous stories about that wall right there. I'll just leave it at that. People, you know, in my other video left me a bunch of comments, but that wall's been there since, I don't know when, 1950 something or 60, whenever they built the school. Late 50s, 56 maybe. And I'm going to get back on the New London Turnpike. As we look at the snow, somebody on the left, one of the kids built a snowman. This is actually good snowman building snow. There is a church directly in front of us at the fork in the road up here. It is Norwich Assembly of God Church. Okay, we're gonna go through a little wooded area here. Grab a little bit more of this beautiful snow, New England snow, post-snowfall footage. And then I'm gonna just close up shop. But this little area right here is kind of picturesque. I didn't want to miss it. Very nice to drive through this, I'd say maybe 3/4 of a mile strip at peak foliage in the autumn. I do it every year several times. Okay, so we're out of that wooded area back, you know, we're on New London Turnpike. New London Turnpike goes on and on and on. Doctor's offices to my right, residential, you know, single-family homes to my left. Every kind of doctor you can think of. Doctors, dentists, surgeons, oral surgeons, pediatricians. It's all back there. I already drove down Contrabando Avenue, so I'm going to go straight. Continue down to London Turnpike a little bit. Goran's Furniture to my left. Everything is on sale. Everything. Former Benny's. Now it's FW Web Company. Former Benny's. My whole life it was Benny's. It's hard. It's going to be a tough transition for me not to think of Benny's every time I drive down this street. Norwich Town Commons to my right. It used to be called the Norwich Town Mall. It's no longer a mall. A bunch of other businesses to my left and right. Barbershops, Payless Auto, whatever. Allstate, McDonald's. It's endless. On and on and on. I'm going to turn left and I'm going to terminate the video once we get a look at First Congregational Church in the snow. It'll be I'm theorizing it's going to be a nice scene to see. It'll be a good way to end the video. Norwich Town Green directly in front of us right there. And as I turn and bank slightly left, directly in front of us, I'm going to slow way down, let that car get out of frame. Okay, there it is. First Congregational Church, Norwich, Connecticut. We had fun on the drive. I hope I did. I hope you did. Thanks for joining me, folks.